A million pennies, over 6,000 pounds of copper and zinc. That's what it takes to turn a devastating neck injury into possibly the most ambitious coin hunting project ever attempted. And today we're diving into how one man's setback launched an incredible treasure hunt across Utah.
That's such a fascinating scale to consider. Most people wouldn't even think twice about a penny on the ground, but we're talking about a systematic search through literal tons of coins.
Well, what really gets me is how this whole thing started. Here's Larry, dealing with this serious compression between his C5 and C6 vertebrae, and instead of letting it defeat him, he basically creates this massive treasure hunting operation.
Can you break down exactly what they're searching for in all these pennies? Because I'm guessing it's not just any old copper coins.
Oh, that's where it gets really interesting. They're hunting for these incredibly rare specimens like the 1958 double die penny, which shows this obvious double image in the lettering because of a manufacturing error. And then there's this almost mythical 1983 copper penny that shouldn't even exist.
Well, that's fascinating. So these are basically like manufacturing mistakes that made it into circulation?
Exactly, and get this. Some of these mistakes are worth thousands of dollars, like those 1,968 S-proof pennies he mentioned. Those were never meant to leave the mint at all. They're basically escaped pieces of history that could be sitting in anyone's pocket right now.
The logistics of this whole operation must be incredible. I mean, they're covering a 109-mile radius around Tooele, Utah.
Right, and here's where the friendship element comes in. Since Larry can't do the heavy lifting himself, he's got these two friends who've become like modern-day treasure hunters, driving all over the Salt Lake Valley hauling these 15-pound boxes of pennies back to base.
You know what strikes me about this whole venture? It's not just about finding valuable coins. It's about turning something that most people would see as a limitation into an opportunity.
That's exactly it. And think about the systematic approach they're taking. Each bank box contains about 2,500 pennies, and they're going through 400 boxes. That's some serious dedication, especially when you consider they're looking for specific markers, dates, and mint marks.
The historical aspect of this is pretty remarkable too. Some of these pennies have been circulating for over 50 years.
Like, imagine all the stories these coins could tell from the economic boom of the 50s through every recession and recovery. And you know what's really cool? They're documenting every step of this journey, turning what could have been a solitary hobby into this shared adventure.